news. Now the next speaker, I want you to write this in your notes. 2010, she made $35,000. Anybody relate to that?
No.
But 4 years later, she passed $1 million a year in cash flow. And 2 years since then, she's already got her $1.5 million ring. You think you'd like to learn how she did that?
Yeah.
Now, I put this tie on for a reason today. You know our mission statement, right, is no family left behind. And on my tie is every flag of every country in the world. And I believe that God looks at WFG. You know how much division there is in the earth? And I believe that God looks down at WFG and he sees people of different religions, different races, different ancestries, different backgrounds, right? Different languages. And we all come together to work in unity with one mission statement, no family left behind. I believe he smiles on this company. Now, the next speaker is going to talk to you about no family left behind. But you know what? On a personal note, you know, Sonny, when this woman talks, you tell me if her words are not so powerful that they go right into your heart. I can't listen to Sonny speak without starting to cry. She has such depth of conviction in her soul. And you're going to find out what I'm talking about. Please welcome up SEVC, Sonny Huang.
Introducing Senior Executive Vice Chairman, Sonny Huang.
Introduction. My name is Sunny and I'm from Team Everest and the champion team. Talking about helping families, I reflected the past 15 years since I came to the United States as an international student. Until this point, standing on this stage with all the great things that happened to my life, I know that the first family that was helped is my own family. In 2003, I got my master's degree in computer science. And afterwards, I went to work for a big corporation as a software engineer. At that time, me and my husband Ken, we were making almost $200,000 a year. But we rarely saved anything. As a young professional, I remember at that time my only saving was my company 401k. But I put all the money in the money market because I thought that was the market for money. And it was not until 2 years later, in 2005, I was introduced to this business, and then my mentor gave me the financial education. And finally, I repositioned my 401k, and me and my husband, we both opened a $1 million policy to have a protection for our family and also save some tax-free money for our future. And now, our family owns about 15 million coverage for my family, and we save almost 50% of our net income to the plans that we share with other families. And you know, I remember one time there was this, in the field, there was this engineer client, so skeptical with so many questions, and at the end he asked me, well, Sunny, do you really think this is a good product? How much do you save into it? And then I showed him my bank account. At that time, we were putting up around $30,000 a month into the plan. And then afterwards, he didn't say anything. And he just signed the application right away. We have to believe and practice what we share to families. And then later on, I didn't have any problem sharing the concept with the families, but I wasn't very good at closing. And oftentimes, at the early years, some of my clients often came to me and tell me that, Sunny, don't be too pushy. Sunny, don't make other people feel like you're selling them life insurance. And Sunny, let them make their own pace to make a decision. And that made me even a worse closer. Until one day, I met this family. The husband for a Bank of America as a principal, and he was a major income maker for the family. At the end of the presentation, he loved the concept and he loved the IUL product. But he told me that, oh, let me wait until I quit smoking, because he was a smoker. He said, let me wait until I quit smoking so that then I start the application. And of course, I didn't push at all. So 6 months later, after their family vacation from Hawaii, the husband was diagnosed with colon cancer, and he couldn't qualify for insurance anymore.
Oh, wow.
And 18 months later, he passed away, leaving the wife with a big mortgage, and 2 kids are going to college very soon.
Wow.
And at that moment, I wish I was a little more pusher at the field. I wish I was a little more aggressive so that the family would have gotten the protection. So from then on, I never hesitated to help the family make the decision right away. How much do we really believe in what we do? So oftentimes, a lot of people, my team member ask me, Sunny, what do we really sell? Do we just sell insurance and annuity? And I tell them that, you know what, we sell whatever product that carry our mission and principles. Product evolve, but principles never change. We don't sell get rich quick. We don't sell time in the market. We don't sell overspending and carry a lot of debt. And we don't sell procrastination. We sell protecting families and the urgency of it. We sell long-term saving. We sell discipline. We sell diversification. We sell not outliving our money. And we sell peace of mind. And that's how we sell. Wouldn't all these principles, we will not only apply to ourselves, but also our next generations. And you know what? Besides that we can help family with their financial plan, I do believe the best product that we can offer to family is our business opportunity. You know, the same family that I just mentioned, in which the husband passed away, I feel one thing, I feel good. Although that I feel bad that I didn't help the family get the protection, but I feel good that I did recruit the wife back in 2010. And, you know, 2010, as Greg just mentioned, that was the lowest point in my career. And when I was so down, I almost didn't want to go to that field appointment. But I feel so grateful that I did it, because it changed her life and it changed my life forever. I helped the wife later on build a team in New York and New Jersey. And you know what? Out of that team, just the residual income out of that team, she is much more than enough for her to pay for the mortgage and the 2 kids to send the 2 kids to college. And also from her and from that team, we got 12 SMBs out of it. And from that team, we are able to go out and help more families. And my income went from 30,000 to 1.5 million from that point on in 6 years. And I want to say that ultimately, the best thing that happened when we help others is that ultimately we helped ourselves. Not just financially. Through helping others, we become more patient. Through helping others, we can become less self-centered. And through helping others, we learn that money represents hard work. And through helping others, we realize that life is all about contribution and become the best of ourselves. So thank you, WFG, for helping my family and change my family's life and change the millions of families' life. Thank you. And I love you, WFG. Have a great day.